All right, welcome everyone. What episode are we on
Sweet.
now?
OBS did not freeze. Hello, welcome to episode 88 of Speedy Film Watchers. Tour Diego, care to introduce your pick?
So this week I have chosen to the film El Topo, 1970 or 71, one of those, right? It's a 1970 film, directed by Alejandro Jodorowsky. It is, what is it? Categorized as a acid western, a lot
Yeah.
of surrealistic images. Um, Very symbolic film. Really tacks on to visuals over dialogue for a majority of the film. Um, yeah,
Did
follows our main character El Topo. I'm not sure if they ever give him a name, but
they ever give a name? Let me go see on Letterboxd.
I don't think so. I think he's just El Topo. Yeah, yeah. Not many characters in this film are ever named at all. In the credits, it's just like El Topo, Bandido, Bandido 1, Bandido 2, Topo's son. Yeah. So this film is in Spanish, um, directed by Jodorowsky. I When I first heard of him, I thought he was Mexican, but apparently he's Chilean. But this film was definitely filmed in Mexico. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like this, but I don't think I like this as much as the other
cinematography is
Jodorowsky films I've
amazing.
seen.
What's that?
Yeah, it's good, but
What-
uh, like, it felt like, I didn't feel like the symbols, like, here, where was it? It didn't feel like the most was as powerful as like Holy Mountain or can't hear me really well. What? Alright, I'm reconnecting. Alright, can you hear me better?
Nothing right now.
Hello, hello? Can't hear anything. What the hell is this? Okay, technical difficulties, everyone. Sorry. Is it working now? Hello, hello?
I can't hear anything. Can you?
Alright.
I see your Discord thing moving, but
Yeah.
okay. Now I heard you.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, I heard you say that, so I think it's good now.
So, okay,
Okay.
here's a question. Any particular image that you find very noteworthy?
Image like okay. Let's see.
I'm trying to get some ideas for discussion.
Um, where can we?
So I was thinking about like those delicate object structures. That was uh, that was an interesting scene.
The which one?
The ones with the delicate objects and you're like shooting through them or picking up without breaking them, that sort of thing.
Oh, oh yeah. So yeah, basically our character has to find four teachers, right? I saw it in Spanish with Spanish subtitles. I don't know if you saw it in English
No, I
subtitles,
saw
right?
it
Or is
Spanish.
there even a dub for this film?
I I doubt it.
Yeah. So yeah, so he has to find four teachers to teach him how to I don't know, be more enlightened gunfighter, I guess. So yeah, I think that was the second guy that he learns from, the guy who teaches him to shoot with delicate shots. Try to shoot through like
Yeah,
delicate um, figurines, or I don't know. I think his whole thing is just being precise with the gun.
yeah, precision, like not going too heavy.
Yeah. And then the first guy teaches him how to. I found this film very humorous in a lot of times. Um, the first guy just trying to teach him like, I don't know, like how not to take bullets, like how to take bullets without getting hurt, and I don't know, that whole Western style just really gets to me. Right away, it starts with he has his son with him. For some reason, he's naked. He tells him
Yeah,
to
that there was
you are
also
now
naked
7 years
children.
old. Bury
There was
the,
also naked children holding mountain. I don't know what Todorowski's do with that.
I guess just because they're pure and I don't know, symbolic if part of that. But yeah, he's just basically saying, "You are now 7 years old. Please bury your mother's photo and your toy." And he just basically leaves them at the church with those other guys. And then directly after that, we meet the colonel, and that whole sequence with those guys is pretty great. Where they're just acting like dogs in front of the the woman who eventually follows our main character.
Oh yeah,
And they're like, "These beasts love to see." Just pulls down her shirt. Yeah, I don't know. Did you find any parts of this film humorous?
no.
No. What about the? I believe it's like in the third act where they have the slave tending to like these older women, and they're like making it seem like they're raping him, or he's raping them, when really they're just like, oh my god, I found that kind of hilarious.
No, not funny.
I don't know, maybe just because they're old ladies. Let's see. So, what do you think of the more surrealist imagery?
Yeah, I do
Where
like the imagery in this movie, like in all Jodorowsky movies.
so I was going through my second viewing of this film for this podcast. I had seen it once prior, and I really needed a second viewing to really take note of everything. Really,
Yeah, honestly, this is probably a movie
um,
like similar to Holy Mountain. It's probably a movie that's going to improve a lot on second viewing. So actually, you're thinking about what's everything trying to mean.
yeah.
Because I didn't see any of the meaning in this watch. I still enjoyed it a lot, but the meaning was lost on me.
For El Topo,
Yeah.
a lot of still, even though I mean it's not on the level of the Holy Mountain when it comes to like religious
Oh yeah, the Holy Mountain's
imagery.
like. There's a reason we had a super long episode for that movie.
Yeah. Um, they do tackle religion a lot in this film. Like, I mean, it's set in Mexico, so a lot of the Spanish brought with them the Catholicism, and then there's more like the brutish characters that are like they start playing like that record for like those priests. They have them tied up, and they're just like going through the Bible and ripping out pages and laughing hysterically. I thought that was quite impactful. And they just dress them up and start, I don't know, a little. Everything is just so extreme in this film.
Yeah, like the
I think it's
also I
just
think maybe I can see the bonds being comical because it's like not very extreme, very what's the word I'm looking for?
the bonds,
Yeah.
and then they just start to dance with those priests, which is pretty hilarious. Another moment, like shortly after that scene, after Topo kills the the colonel, um, he basically leaves his son for that woman, and he leaves him with the priests. And the priests are like, "Cry, cry, so he could feel bad, so he could feel pity." I thought that was funny. But the little kid's like, "I'm not crying." Like just the colors in this film, like a lot of the scenes had like those like the cacti in the background, and then like the bright red contrasted
Yeah,
with
this is a
that
very
of the
colorful
blood.
movie, more colorful than typical westerns.
Definitely. And then all the animals in this film, it's quite amazing. I don't know, like I wish I would have seen like some type of. I'm sure they explain it, maybe like in the special features or something. I don't know, but how they got like what part of this film is actually like real and what's not? Because like I don't know, how do they get all those bunnies, and did they actually kill all those rabbits in that one scene?
I know they killed the frogs in the Holy Mountain, so maybe.
Oh man, yeah, that frog scene in the Holy Mountain is crazy, so crazy. I thought it was hilarious. I think it was in the final act where there's that town where there's a prison and the cops are like very like I don't know, homosexual. They have like these prisoners in like a very red velvet bed. I'm like, what the and does the kid ever come back after? I don't think his son ever makes an appearance after that.
No, I think he just disappears.
Yeah, this film is not perfect for sure. I mean, it's highly praised a lot with good. Not like it shouldn't be, but I mean, there are some plot points that can be left behind. And I which part of the film do you think was the weakest?
I can't answer that.
You cannot answer that. I don't know. For some reason, once he goes like bald and like in that final act where um he meets that um little person in like that cave, it starts like a whole new plot, and a little bit unexpected, especially on my first viewing, for all that to happen. Um, so I mean, there were some great parts in that part of the film, but it was just like I don't know where all that happened, where all of a sudden there's this whole narrative about the people stuck in the cave, and they're just trying to get them out with dynamite or something. I felt like that was one of the more weaker parts. I really liked the whole sequences with the four teachers teaching him stuff. Kind of more of a traditional action narrative where our hero needs to learn how to be a better hero type of thing.
Yeah.
Quite hilarious, the guy who catches bullets with a butterfly net.
I
He just
forgot about
jumps
that part.
instead.
Um,
Oh my god. Another very striking part was when they're playing Russian roulette inside of the church. My god. They just have the priest has a revolver. The whole like public in the church are just chanting, and out of nowhere the priest takes out a revolver and starts spinning the chamber and pointing it to his head and showing that God is real because I didn't die. Those cops are dressed as women. Little kid. They point the gun at the little kid, and I was like, no freaking way are they about to do this. And then someone does actually end up dying. They actually put a real bullet. It was actually a blank.
oh yeah, the part where they're like miracle.
Yeah, yeah. Starts passing around the revolver around the church.
Okay, now that was kind of funny.
Milagro, milagro. That's a pretty extreme church to attend, if I were to say so myself. I believe. Oh no, actually, his son grows up to be that priest, right? I'm pretty sure that's his son. At least it's
I didn't
implied.
even notice there was a time lapse.
I mean, there was a time lapse because when he wakes up in the cave, um, the little person girl, the one that he does like, I don't know, acts on the street for money with, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At the very beginning of that scene, when they're in the cave, she's like putting makeup on him. Then all of a sudden he wakes up, and then they say, "How long?" He basically asks, "How long have I been there?" And then he says that he's not a god. And she's like, "Oh, I've been taking care of you since I was a little girl." So yeah, there is a time lapse for sure. He goes full bald, and I was like, "Wow!" He even shaved his eyebrows. That's pretty great. What are some other notable? Oh, I just think it's just great that they chose to like utilize like all types of different actors that you wouldn't normally see in a major film. Like, I don't know, they have people that are handicapped with amputated arms and like just people who like filmed in Mexico and it got a pretty large wide release is what I'm reading. Like it was playing in England, New York, you know, playing all around the world. I'm glad that it was quite popular back then. Obviously it has a cult following now, but just great to see the different representation here in such an early film. Apparently, John Lennon from the Beatles was a big fan of this film.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
he's such a big fan of El Topo that I believe he produced the Holy Mountain.
Oh.
He backed it. He backed it up. Pretty great. This film opens up very strongly. Also, I think it opens up very, very strongly. It's right away a pool of blood.
Yeah, the opening's probably the best part.
With all the vultures. The audio in this film can be quite jarring at times as well. Like the hysterical laughing, just like super loud, and or like the vultures at the beginning that are just repeating and repeating very loudly. I don't know. It kind of accentuates the senses a lot for sure. A lot of exaggeration, which I think just adds to the fact that it's labeled as a psychedelic film, acid, western, whatever you would like to call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there has to be exaggeration in this film. But you know, it's not like it's violence or it's shocking moments or without reason. If it was, it would just be like another, I don't know, movie that was just made for shock value. But I think it has a lot more than that.
Yeah, this isn't like this isn't Where the Dead Go to Die, which is just shock value for no reason.
Yeah. Let's see what else do we got.
Yeah, we don't have any Q&A questions, unfortunately. Actually, let me double check. Maybe someone snuck one in last minute.
Let's see. You a big fan of the Western genre in general?
It's a good genre. I'm not really fans of genres per se. Like, I don't think genre really matters.
It's funny because this is his second feature film, right? And his first one was not nearly as popular or quite successful as this one. But I believe there's a quote that I was reading prior to joining the podcast here. Is he basically said, "For my next film, I will make a western, and everyone will see my film." just goes to show, just goes to show how popular westerns were in like the late '60s or just even the '60s in general, and
Yeah, this was the time
up
when
until the
westerns.
'70s.
Yes, 60s, 70s with Clint Eastwood. The western was the high.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, in the '70s is where it started to lose traction, but for sure it was dominating.
Well, I don't know if you have anything else to add because I got an idea for my next 3 picks.
What do you have?
Well, basically, I have a wheel of some possible trilogies, two of which I've seen partially of, the rest I have seen none of. So,
Trilogies. Wow.
yep, that'll be my next three. That'll be my next 3 picks.
In sequential order,
Yeah,
I assume. Yeah.
the trilogy in particular will be the Alien Nation trilogy. That's what's that trilogy again?
Alien.
Alien Nation. Uh,
How would you say you enjoyed this film
yeah,
in the same tier of Holy Mountain,
no,
or no? You enjoyed Holy Mountain a lot more.
yeah. So Alien Nation trilogy consists of La El Aventura, La Noche, and Le Eclise. I cannot pronounce these names.
Is that 88 film?
Oh, this first one's from 1960.
Trilogy? Are you sure it's called Alienation?
Yeah, Alienation trilogy.
Let's see. So is that your pick?
These three films are referred to as a trilogy because they are stylistically similar and all concern the alienation of man in the modern world. It's not an official trilogy, but it's considered a trilogy. So
Had
she
you
should
seen
be.
this film prior to the podcast choice, or was this a first time watch for you?
This is gonna be a first time watch. All the
Okay.
films in this trilogy are.
All right. Any last notes for El Topo?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right then. So the next film is.
El Aventura.
All right. So if it's set in stone, it's set in stone.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for another episode of Speedy Film Watchers.
Thank you for joining.
La Aventura, 1960. This is the next pick. All right. Cool.
Alright, see you. Stop
So
recording. Three,
hopefully
two,
everyone
one.
can join in.
Yeah, see. 3, 2, 1. Stop.